Yo, what's up, guys? How you guys doing, man? Thanks for turning in, man. Tuning in, turning in. It's not like we messed up the stream. All right, here. Let me refresh the chat. You usually just watch the VODs. Oh, really? Oh, it's cool, dude. It's cool to see you here. What's up? Hello, hello. Did you see my Discord message? No. Let me see. Here, we'll start in like 2 minutes. Hold up, 1 sec. That's cool, dude. You normally watch the VODs be turned in for live? Dude, thank you. Slow down. No, it's not. I wasn't playing for those 3 hours straight. I probably played like for like 15-20 minutes. Yeah, I've been using Steam Play. Slow down, easy. No, I've been using Steam Play. Yeah, so it's like I have my computer running while I'm out, and then like whenever I have a little bit of free time, I'll log in on my phone and I'll play. It's pretty cool. Like I have a controller for my phone, and then I just connect and I'm able to play. It's actually pretty cool, dude. All right, Ellie, you ready? We're gonna stream. Think you can calm down? Congrats, Daniel. Well, what happened? You finished your last final? Ooh, that means you got free time, dude. That's what's up, dude. Ellie, so we're gonna go live. You're in a very calming, loving mood, okay? I'm gonna need you to keep the same energy, okay? I'm gonna need you to keep the same energy while we read 5 chapters. Is that cool? Yeah, is that okay? Can you keep the same energy? Yeah? Can you just like be nice and calm while I read? All right, we're gonna try it out. I have faith in you, Ellie. Oh! Oh, careful. I'm gonna need you to keep the same energy, okay? For the next 5 chapters. Let's go right here. We're having a watch party. I know, I was literally about to say who's sharing their screen, dude. All right, here, let's get this ready. I got the chapter. I'm getting TBRB. Easy, I did the math. If you read 10 chapters every stream, we'll finish in 113 streams. Wait, we'll finish all of Lord of Mysteries? Oh, you mean book 1, right? Bullseye? I get you. When are you downloading Warzone, bro? Look, OG man, let me show you my space. Oh, hold up. I can't really go into my computer settings. Can't really do that, can I? But my local disk is only 200 gigs. I only have 200 gigs left. Warzone is more than 200 gigs. I won't be able to download it, man. I can't, man. I need to make space. Now I get Marvel Rivals. I can probably do Marvel Rivals for my PlayStation. Yeah. Because I mean, I have a personal, and then I have like an Easy Geeky account. You really locked in 2 days in a row with 9 chapters yesterday? Not 9. We read 10 chapters. Hold on. Walk it back. We read 10. Because 290, so 0, right? 290, and then it's 1 through 9. So it's 91 through 99 is 9. And then 90 to 90, 10 chapters. We locked in for 10 chapters. But yeah, today, instead of reading another 10 chapters, I'm going to do 5 chapters right now. I have to do a slightly shorter stream. Yeah. They make terabyte-sized games nowadays. I know, that's the thing that pisses me off, man. The Xenoblade X port that's coming out, or not port, the Xenoblade X on the Switch, it's a shorter file size. No, it's a smaller file size than the original one. And then you got like all these American games, 3,000 gigabytes. And it's like, I don't get it. My bad, you got 10 with 5 today. We're advancing nicely. Yeah, I think we're good. I hope you guys are doing good. All right, easy. If you read 5 chapters every stream, you'll finish in 226 streams. That's kind of hype. All right, I got it ready. 0 stalling, and let's go straight into it. Speaking of Warzone, I got a Warzone live stream recommendation video. That's cool, dude. Yeah, and then I have an external hard drive connected, and I think that one's like at 400 gigs. But I mean, right now, whenever I download, whenever I'm recording a video, it comes out to like 40 gigs. So I know if I download Warzone, like I won't be able to save the videos from the live stream and then make a VOD. On PC, have you tried invisible game compression? No, but I will look into that. I have 4 terabytes. I need more space. I do need more space. Almost full. Let's see. And dude, right now, the one game I've been hooked on, bro, it's Monster Hunter Wilds. It's been so good. I might play for like 30 minutes after the chapter. That, or I watched the... I've been meaning to watch the Death Stranding 2 trailer because I really like that game, dude. Such a good game. Ellie. Oh my god. Hold up. We'll start reading in 2 minutes. Let me see what she wants to do. I'm gonna bring her here for 1 more minute. Okay. You wanna go out? Hey, why are you acting like that? Why are you being so moody? I love you. You wanna go out, huh? It's okay. All right, go. Be free. Fly like the wind, bullseye. Let me let her out. Let me let her out so we can read 5 chapters of peace. What do you mean? We're starting chapter 300, Spirit Dance. What exactly happened? Okay, all right, now I'm good. I did not play 3 hours. I have 4 terabytes, 3 hours of Monster Hunter already. No. Those 3 hours on my playtime? Come on, man. No, I play like 15, 20 minutes. Because I use Steam Play. Like, I have to have the game running so I can launch it. Let's see. Let's get the music. Just read easy? I know. I got you. Sorry. I'm keeping you guys waiting. I apologize. I'm thinking of playing this one for a bit. Let's see how this track does. If it doesn't do good, we'll change the music. But you guys let me know. Muted? Okay, we're unmuted. We're gonna start the recording after I drink some water. Stay hydrated. I'm feeling like a vulture waiting for a Monster Hunter Wild sale. It's really expensive in my country. I'll wait months, years if I need to. Yeah, just wait for a sale, man. Wait, maybe Black Friday. It'll probably go down a bit. And then by then, we'll have more updates and more monsters and everything. There should be more content by the time you get it. Ebby? Curly-haired Badoon pathway when? I wish, bro. My bald ass cannot have curly hair. I must be on the bald Badoon pathway. For the ends of times. Hello, Easy. What's up, Roofy? Are you a first-time chatter? I've seen 2 first-time chatters today. What's up, man? I try and remember everybody's name whenever they're typing. That's so cool. I see Daniel, Lurking, Dozeover. Roofy. I'm sorry. I mispronounced it. Doseover. DSV. Then there's Cammy. I saw Am on the other one. Then OG. What's up, guys? Are you guys ready? Let's start. My fellow Belt brothers. Stay strong and stay united, brothers. Keep the shining head listering and forever lit. You know what's the saying from somebody told me this and then I started crying, dude. It was so funny. The quote from The Last of Us: when you're lost in the dark, follow the light. From your shiny head. but is your beard curly? A little bit. Yeah. Okay, let's start. Sorry, zero stalling. All right, zero stalling is not like we've been live for like 10 minutes. Chapter 300 is called Spirit Dance. And quick thing, I noticed a few new subscribers recently, like 20 new people from our last 2 Lord of Mysteries video. Hello, I am your host, Easy Geeky, and we will be reading 5 chapters. So if you like what you are going to see, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and we're going to be playing a different track today. We're going to be playing some Baldur's Gate music. It's some good campfire background music. I know, bro! 300, bro! We hit a new milestone. It's chapter 300. So if you are excited for 400, 500, the big 1,000 plus milestone, join the journey. All right. Let me pause and let's continue. Felicidades. Thank you. Now we are going to see the magicians. Oh my God, bro. I don't know what I'm fucking more excited, bro. I think I'm more excited to see like Klein fighting with magician abilities. It sounds like I think he's lowering his expectations. He's saying, "Oh, it's not that good," but it sounds really good. It sounds like a really good pathway, at least from what I saw. All right, let's start. I love this. I know you. A couple people, I remember they mentioned magician was their favorite pathway before I knew magician, and they're trying to hide it for spoilers. But I didn't know who was gonna be a magician. All you... All you wanted was a fireball. You got a whole arsenal of abilities. Bro, and we didn't even get a fireball. But I'm not even mad. He can shoot illusionary fireballs. I'll take it. I'll take it. All right, let's continue, dude. Chapter 300, Spirit Dance. Spirit Dance. That is our chapter for today. All right, let's get our awesome intro out the way. That's so funny. Our intro was exactly 1 fucking minute long. That is honestly kind of cool. Okay. Monster, you guys have been hyping up Monster. All I know so far it's a scared little kid. But hey man, he might be like the endgame boss for all I know. And Monster has been, or what was his name? Adamicio? Maybe Adamicio was a true creator along this time, you know? Maybe he was the friends we made along the way. We'll find out. We'll find out. Because you guys really hype him up. Phone is at 2%. By the time I'm done stalling, your phone will be dead. I'm so sorry, Inevitable. Let's stop for 5 more minutes. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. and then get a charger. Yeah, by the time we're done stalling, the phone died. Chapter 300, Spirit Dance. What exactly happened? Adol muttered his question softly and... Oh yeah, he's a bodyguard. Adol muttered, oh my god, I'm already off to a bad start. Adol muttered this softly. What? Oh, that did not happen. With the power of magic, we are not cutting this out. What exactly happened? Adol muttered this question softly and realized that he couldn't remember what he had done the past few days. He looked around dreamingly, frightened, panicked, and confused. Who are you? Where is this place? This is your washroom. Don't you recognize it? Oh yeah, he cleansed him. I'm a private detective in charge of protecting you. Klein looked at the teenage boy who hadn't figured out the situation around him and chuckled in response. My house detective to protect me. What exactly happened? Adol looked around in astonishment and murmured to himself. Suddenly he stopped, his already pale face filled with uncontrollable fear. Maybe there really are ghosts in this world. There really are ghosts. His voice was shaky, but Klein could hear 2 completely different feelings from his voice. Fear and excitement, and these were perfectly depicted in the color of his emotions. Excited. Did this boy end up provoking a wraith because of his thirst for excitement? It's true that the young and bold are unafraid of death. Klein made a preliminary guess, but he asked in confusion. Ghosts? After becoming a magician, his spirit vision has been slightly enhanced, but not by much. Not by much? He was still unable to see the astral projection surface deep in the ethereal body, and as such unable to judge whether the target was a beyonder or not. Oh! You can just tell who's a beyonder when you're at a higher level? Okay. Was that already revealed? Yeah, ghosts. Whoa, I skipped a line. Adol's pale face suddenly flushed red. Yeah, ghosts. He flailed his arms and added, there exists a wider world beyond our senses. I'm serious, death is not just the end of everything. This line, he's indeed an adolescent. However, I think I've seen similar words somewhere. Klein smiled and said, I believe in another saying, in the face of time that is even more ancient than ancientness, even death itself will disappear. That sounds like crazy foreshadowing for like a Zik or like death. Even death itself will disappear. Without waiting for Adol to say anything, he took out his gold pocket watch, opened it, and said, so how did you get yourself into the state you were in before? You were like a patient with a nervous breakdown? Adol, turned his head and thought for a few seconds. Then he said, I joined a society. It's not a normal society. We all believe that death is not the end. We can just miss it. This sounds like the Aurora Order, right? Isn't that what they believe in? Where death isn't the end? We all believe that death is not the end. We can use mysticism to even sense death directly and understand that everything can be reversed. Yes, we believe that dead can be resurrected. Klein, who had just climbed out of his grave more than a month ago, chuckled dryly. You're right. You and others were trying to revive the dead. Death is not the end. A world beyond the senses. Everything can be reversed. Mystic sensing. Aren't there any teachings of the numinous episcopate? I read that wrong. I'm sorry. It's been a while. These were all created to revive death. He muttered to himself silently in enlightenment. Yes, Adol nodded, his eyes bright but completely unable to hide his fear. Where did you get your corpses? Klein pressed. We will secretly dig up graves. Those that haven't been buried for long or buy them from the hospital, Adol said as he recalled. It's indeed a crime that you can get thrown in jail for. It's no wonder that the Rogo Coleman doesn't want the police involved. You sure are bold to get your thrills. Klein maintained his gentle smile and asked, that's crazy, dude. He stole like a dead body from a hospital? And did you succeed? Not yet. The way they looked at me during the last gathering was like they were looking at a corpse, as if they were wondering where this place was corresponding mystics? Corresponding mystics. And then we dance... What? And then we dance a spirit dance and communicated with the world beyond with our senses. And then I lost all my memories since then. Adol's body began to tremble uncontrollably. Spirit dance, it really is a numinous episcopate. This fellow became a test subject for his companion. Klein frowned and asked, your memory is disconnected from the point until now. According to the eternal records of the Nighthawks, spirit dances originated from the ancient sacrificial dances that were popular in the southern continent. Oh, you're right. And the southern continent is the one that believes in death. They worship him, right? It was a ritual method that Death loved. A spirit dance was to use the beat, rhythm, and movements to harmonize one's spirituality so that it can interact with the natural environment so as to establish an interaction with the target of the prayer. Then, combined with a simple altar arrangement and the corresponding honorific name, it can achieve the effects of a more complex ritualistic magic. Yes, Adol softly replied before he suddenly raised his head. What is the day today? What time is it now? Friday morning, 1:12 in the morning. Klein answered based on his memory. Adol subconsciously took a deep breath and said, I've missed the newest gathering. They conduct a resurrection ritual outside the Grime Cemetery every Friday at 3 in the morning. Grime Cemetery got its name because it wasn't far from Greater Garden Street. You still wish to go? Have you forgotten what had happened to you? Oh, you don't actually remember, but you should ask your father, your mother, and the servants. Klein reminded the young man in front of him, and I might not be able to help you any further. He added silently in his heart. After this incident, he discovered another weakness of a magician, which was the lack of an ability to deal with the wraiths and shadows related creatures. Only the control of fire barely counted, but after these creatures possessed the human body, exorcism and purifications became a problem, unless he wanted to kill both the ghost and the human. Of course, Klein wasn't completely helpless in this aspect. He could conduct ritualistic magic to do similar things, but that would be very troublesome. It would easily expose his identity and was unsuited for actual combat. After some thought, he had finally chosen to use his Zig's copper whistle to lure the wraith out. Then he controlled the flames to complete the purification. However, the level of damage wasn't high. If he were to encounter a slightly more powerful wraith, it was possible that he was unable to take care of it. I still lack items or charms that deal with the undead creatures. If only I had sealed artifact 30782, mutated... Oh, it's the mutated sun sacred emblem. Klein's thoughts were momentarily distracted. That was how he made the sun charm, right? Mutated sun sacred emblem. Yeah, that's where he got the sun charm from, right? When he took like the blood, right? The golden blood. Death is him. I know he is him, or him is he. Whoever you are referring to, we will find out. Klein's thoughts were momentarily distracted. Adol suddenly remembered his missing memories, and his face turned pale again. He answered with a trembling voice, No, I don't want to go. I never want to go again. Very good, Klein smiled in support. Adol looked at his face, which didn't contain the slightest bit of fear, and subconsciously asked, Aren't you afraid after I've said so much? Klein stopped, leaning against the wall and slowly straightened his body. He replied in a relaxed tone, Afraid, detective? They would rather not believe something unless they had concrete evidence. He opened the door and walked out, wondering if he should make contact with the numinous episcopate. I need Google Translate. After all, this might involve the mystery of Mr. Zig's life. Adol looked at the private detectives back in the days. It took him quite some time to realize that there was no one in the washroom other than himself. Furthermore, the moonlight outside was so gloomy that it left long shadows, making it seem as though something invisible was lurking and watching. He shivered and hurriedly shouted, Wait for me. As he spoke, Adol quickened his pace, rushed out of the washroom, and followed closely behind Klein. He knows fear and is apprehensive. That means he is still redeemable. Klein mumbled before inserting his hands into his pockets. When he returned to his bedroom, Stuart didn't notice that Adol had already turned for the better. He still wore a serious expression from the ghost story he imagined himself, so he didn't dare walk around recklessly. After Adol fell asleep again, Klein took out a copper penny and let it move between his fingers. When it was close to 2:50 in the morning, he threw up the coin and caught it firmly before standing and whispered to Stuart, I'll be heading to the balcony to smoke a cigarette. Be quick, Stuart urged with somewhat taut nerves. Klein put on... Since when does he smoke? Klein put on what? It's a farce. Klein put on his long gown and walked slowly out the door to the balcony at the end of the corridor. Then he hid in the shadows. Then he pulled out a rather crudely cut paper figurine. Oh, his double. He's already using his magician abilities? He's lying, huh? He is lampooning. Klein violently shook his wrist, causing the paper to make a crisp sound. The paper quickly expanded and turned into a human. The person was about the same height as Klein, a wax statue intrinsically carved with the same exact facial features. So it's a wax version of Klein. It's a wax ninja clone jutsu. What the heck? I didn't know we were reading Naruto. What? This is so cool, dude. This was one of the uses of a paper figurine substitute. It even has the title substitute in it. True. Soon, Klein focused his mind, clenched his right fist, and lightly tapped his body. Without a sound, the figurine seemed to come alive. It even had a cigarette with a glowing red head in its mouth as the fragrance of tobacco wafted out. By delegating this figurine, this illusion can last half an hour. I'm really a magician. Klein put on his gloves, reached out, and pushed himself over before sliding down the balcony, stealthily avoiding the patrolling security. Outside Grim Cemetery in a secluded forest, Klein stood among the treetops as he looked at the relatively open and flat area not too far away. Around him were evergreen leaves and brown branches, but their surfaces were stained with gray dust. From what Klein could see, there was about 8 young men and women wearing long black robes, dancing and twitching around a corpse. Are they doing the spirit dance? The dance was full of rhythm, as though it had some sort of mysterious flavor to it. The girl shook her long hair and the boy extended his hand while kneeling. This scene had a subtle connection to their surroundings. It was the rhythm of nature. After they danced for 3 to 4 minutes, everything within a 10-meter radius was affected by a wild and confusing atmosphere. The atmosphere gradually turned sinister, and there was a hint of divinity mixed in it. It really is a spirit dance, ritualistic magic that even normal people can participate in. Klein cast his gaze away and looked at the man in the black robes who was chanting an incantation beside the corpse. Earlier, he was the one who instructed those young boys and girls on how to perform the spirit dance. He should be a member of the numinous episcopate. With a high probability of being a Beyonder, Klein nodded indescribably, intending to watch the resurrection ritual. At this point, the dance reached its climax. The adult man in black lifted his head and took off his wig, revealing the strange tattoos engraved on his bald head. He raised his hands and shouted, "Death! Honorable Death is about to return." After he finished shouting, the dancing stopped. Then 7 of the 8 youths stood on either side. They appeared to be in a daze, filled with anticipation, excitement, and fear. Next, the man bent down and opened the iron cage at his feet, taking out a black object. Klein looked over and saw that it was a blue-eyed black cat. No. Episcopate, I'm here. What's up, Stan? Yo, what's up? Wait, pause what we're doing. What's up, bro? Long time no see, dude. Wait. The reason we're at chapter 300 is because of this beautiful man, Sand. One day, like at 2 in the morning, this guy's like, you should watch the Lord of Mysteries trailer. I watched it. And I was like, you know what? Let me read like 2 chapters or so before the anime comes out. We're at fucking chapter 300. We're on volume 2. So, praise this man. Just how we say praise the fool, we praise Sand. He's the OG moderator before OG. But there was still the OG moderator. He is our senior. Next time the man bent down and opened the iron cage at his feet, taking out a black object, Klein looked over and saw the blue-eyed black cat. This works too. He was obviously stunned for a moment. Suddenly, he thought of various folklore related to the black cat. For example, if a black cat which symbolized the evil missionary of hell jumped over a corpse, then corpse would be awakened. This was the first... Oh, we're almost done with the chapter. This was the first time Klein was seeing someone use a similar method in a ritual. The man stepped forward while restraining the black cat from struggling before throwing it at the corpse. Meow. All the black cat's hair stood on its end at its hiss and leaped over the corpse. At that moment, Klein felt like he could understand cat language. He believed that the cat must have said one word. Fuck? Wait. He can speak to cats? He can speak to animals? That's kind of badass, dude. Wait. Let's update our stuff. That's so cool. Dude, that is so cool. Wait, I missed your other message, Sand. I'm here. Dick writing Death Reels. What's up? The best one. Me talking about Sung Jin Woo. You got it that time. I have track practice at this time, but I got out early. Yo, what's up, dude? That's so cool, dude. You're in better shape than us, man. Kitty, update the chapter. Let's update. We're at 301, guys. Ooh, we're at 301. I find it crazy that we're this far into the series, man. And there's 26 of you guys here. Holy shit, man. I feel humbled. Thank you, man. I don't think I'm gonna be able to get over that feeling. That's so cool, man. Thank you. All right. Copy, Oh, wait, copy paste. Wait, before I read the messages. Sorry. Wait. Copy paste. Let's have stream notifications now on. So OMG, no. No what? No, this is what the cat would have to say. Yo, bro, poor cat. This is just him thinking that's what the cat is saying. Ah, the reading comprehension is not there. Wait, what'd I say? He just thinks that's what the cat is thinking. It only gets better from here. Ah. Oh, like it gets better from here. It falls off from here. Okay, he just thinks that's what the... Okay, I thought he can like speak to animals somehow now. I thought this was like the 10th hidden magician trait, right? Where it's like he can like interpret animal language. Chapter 301 is called Awakening. So they made a zombie. Meow, the black cat's cry echoed in the open area that was surrounded by the secluded forest. Regardless of whether it was the adult black robed man or the 15 or 16-year-old boys and girls, all of them simultaneously cast their gaze onto the corpse lying in the middle. A gust of cold wind blew and the black cat landed on the ground, staring at the human who had just thrown it. It kept flicking its tail around. All of a sudden, its fur stood on an end again, then exerting great force with its hind limbs, it jumped off and fled in another direction. Unfortunately, whatever it did had failed to attract any attention. All the humans present had their attention focused on their motionless corpse. Seconds turned to minutes, but the corpse didn't undergo any anticipated changes. Another failure, one of the teenagers moved closely and crouched down, poking at the dead man's skin with his fingers. There's no reaction. He turned around halfway and spoke to the man in the black and his companions. At this moment, he felt a gust of wind with his face from beneath him. With a whoosh, the corpse sat up. The youth was startled and immediately cheered in surprise. It's a success. It's a success. Before he could finish his sentence, the corpse grabbed him by the shoulder and pulled him into his arms. Then it opened its mouth, bit down, producing a sound and causing blood to splatter. Ah, help. The youth screamed in horror and retreated with all his might, but he couldn't break free. The corpse raised its head, revealing rows of white teeth, all well as bits and flesh hanging between its teeth and blood flowing from its mouth. So it is a zombie. The black-robed man was stunned for a moment, then he took out a whistle that was a brass in color. Did I not say yesterday that watched there be different, like, whistles? I was like, we have a Zig's copper whistle. There's probably a silver and gold. I did not say brass. But he has a brass whistle. He put it in his mouth and blew on it. Then he said in Hermes, I command you in the name of death. As his voice echoed in the air, the corpse stopped chewing and momentarily froze on the spot. The youth, whose neck and shoulders had been mangled by the bite, similarly collapsed as if he had lost his soul. The dirt around his nether regions was completely moist. It really is possible. The black-robed man muttered in pleasant surprise. He pointed at the corpse and once again said in Hermes, get up. Death like whistle. You think a Zik is only worth a bronze level? I think he's gold. I think he's just finessing us by using a copper whistle. This guy's like gold tier. He probably has his own personal gold whistle that we just don't know of yet. He pointed at the corpse and once again said in Hermes, get up. The corpse abruptly stood up. Then it threw back its shoulders before quickly running into depth of his secluded forest. Come back, the black-robed man cried out in surprise, but the corpse showed no signs of stopping. He blew his whistle again and shouted with dignity, I command you to return in the name of death. With those words, the corpse disappeared into the woods. I ordered you to return. The black-robed man stood rooted to the spot in stupefaction as he muttered to himself in a daze. In the woods, Kleins held a Zig's copper whistle and the matchbox in one hand. He kept lighting matchsticks and shook his wrist to extinguish them before throwing them to the ground. During this process, he moved backwards in an arc, tap, tap, tap. A corpse will... Why is he turning off the matches? Am I supposed to know this? Or not yet? Each god has a metal associated with them? Like they have like a specific, like, element? How's everyone doing this fine Wednesday? I think we're having a beautiful fine Wednesday. Drunk? He's drunk. He's just drunk. That's why he's doing it. During this process, he moved backwards in an arc. Tap, tap, tap. A corpse with a pale face and foul stench rushed over. Its lifeless eyes stared straight at the ancient and exquisite copper whistle. As Klein retreated, his cheeks puffed out. He aimed at the corpse and simulated the sound. Bang. My man just shot a spirit gun at him. That is so cool, dude. Oh, bang. Klein puffed out his cheeks again and fired another air bullet. Splat. The head of the corpse shattered as rotten liquid dripped from it. Insensate. Oh my god. incessantly. Oh my god. And it just dripped. It just dripped. However, this wasn't a fatal injury to the corpse. It had only slowed down for a moment before it continued again. Upon seeing this, Klein took a step back and snapped loudly. Pa. A bright flame rose from the ground, enveloping the corpse and igniting its outer garments. Tap, tap, tap. The corpse rushed through the flames and continued to charge forward like a mad bull. Pa, pa, pa. Klein kept snapping his fingers, causing red flames to appear on the ground one after another. Oh, the corpse didn't feel any pain as it passed through the flames, but gradually its body began to burn and the flames grew more and more intense. It gave off the strange feeling as though a candle was melting. Finally, the corpse, which had turned into a torch, arrived in front of Klein as it clawed at him. At the same time, a flame rose up and engulfed both him and Klein. The corpse grabbed Klein's shoulders, but only produced sparks. Klein, what's going on, dude? Klein's figure dissipated in the red light and reappeared in the farthest burning pile. That is so cool, dude. Klein's figure dissipated in the red light and reappeared in the farthest burning pile. Okay, that's why he did the matches. Okay. At that point, the corpse seemed to have exhausted all of its strength and stopped struggling. It quickly melted under the dark green flames, turning into ash and oil wax. He's stronger than all the zombies and wraiths that I've ever met before. Well, not as good as Mr. Zick's descent. If it weren't for me, they would all be dead here today. Klein shook his head and walked through the trees towards the open area. At this moment, the black-robed man had already noticed the changes in the forest. Without any hesitation, he turned around and ran, while the 7 to 8 youngsters scattered in a flash. However, when they realized that they were the only ones in the area, they timidly stopped and returned to the original area where they gathered together, having just experienced an awakening of a corpse and how the corpse had bitten one of the youths. Does he turn? They didn't dare to run away alone in the deep dark night. It would make the back of their necks feel cold. They looked at each other. No one dared to help the youth who was badly mutilated in the neck and shoulders, afraid that he might turn into a zombie at any moment. In the short silence that made their hearts beat like a drum, they saw a clown wearing flashy clothes with red, yellow, and white paint covering his face, walking out from the forest. Oh, he made an illusion. What? This was an illusion that was personally created by Klein. He surveyed his surroundings, but didn't pursue the black-robed man. Instead, he asked in a hoarse voice, who was the one who presided over the ceremony? Who? It seemed as if the teenagers were still in a daze. It took them a few seconds before they pushed out a trembling boy who replied, He's our language teacher in ancient Basic, Kapusky Reed. He claimed to have a deep understanding of death and wanted to lead us in the search of the mysterious of immortality. So he's a teacher from school, the mysterious of immortality. You really don't need to pay taxes to brag. Judging from his performance just now, this fellow shouldn't be a spirit medium. At the very most, he would be a grave digger. In fact, he might only be a sequence dying, a corpse collector. Of course, he might not be from the death pathway and simply joined the numinous episcopate because of his I know I mispronounced it again. You guys corrected me earlier. Sorry about that. Because of his adoration, after Klein got the exact location where Kapusky stayed, he thought for a moment and said, you guys can go back now. Don't get involved in this anymore. Don't leak this out. Otherwise, all of you will die. Then he emphasized again, all of you will die. The young boys and girls who had been scared witless by what had just happened all frantically nodded. They prepared to leave with each other's help. At this moment, a young girl with smooth hair pointed at her companions, was moaning in pain in the ground and asked, will he be alright? He won't die for now, but you have to take him to a doctor. Say that he was bitten by a hyena that often eats rotting meat. Klein ignored them and headed back to the woods. The young men and women looked at each other and someone blurted out, excuse me, may I ask how we should address you? Klein smiled and deliberately misled him as he replied in a low voice, I'm just a gatekeeper of hell. As he spoke, a mist spread out and the figure disappeared from where he stood. Of course, those were all illusions. That is such a cool illusion. Wait, you want me to check right now? Wait, I think we're almost done with the let me finish the chapter and I'll look at it, Cammy. I got you. I got you. There's like a few paragraphs left. I got you. A gatekeeper of hell. The young man and woman repeated the word softly, each having their own thoughts. However, after a gust of bone-piercing cold wind blew past them, they trembled once more, supporting their companions, and left the place without daring to look back. This is a member of the numinous Episcope 8. What a disappointment. If he didn't abandon his current identity, I would pay him a visit in the middle of the night to see if he knows anything. Yeah, I have to teach him a lesson so that he wouldn't dare to bring trouble to the students again. Does he think spirit dance and the resurrection rituals are child's play? Klein habitually judged the situation from the Nighthawk standpoint. Soon he returned to the Rogo Columns mansion and waited patiently for the bodyguards to pass by during their patrols. As soon as he found an opportunity, he climbed over the fence and quickly followed the shadows to the house. Then he quietly climbed up the balcony, and at that moment the figurine disguised as him was still smoking. Yeah. Klein snapped his fingers. The figure in front of him turned into a thin piece of paper and floated onto his palm. It just goes back to him. Compared to before, this piece of paper was covered with red, rusty marks and was no longer used. Oh, it's a one-time use. Compared to before, this piece of paper was covered with red, rusty marks and was no longer usable. Klein didn't dare to throw it anywhere. He folded it and placed it in his pocket. Having done all this, he sauntered back down the hall and into Adol's bedroom. What took you so long? Stuart asked in a trembling voice. He had gone to the door to inquire, and he had found Sherlock Moriarty smoking one cigarette after another. Due to his duty, he didn't dare leave the bedroom. Klein laughed and replied, "Take a rest and relax. You can go too, I don't mind." Just as Stuart was about to agree, he suddenly thought of something. He would end up being the only person on the balcony, surrounded by the dark night and without sufficient brightness. There would be a cold wind and an environment that would always remind me of a ghost story. Therefore, he mostly smiled and said, "It's fine, I don't need it." I don't need it. Klein smiled silently and sat down again, letting the reclining chair rock gently and slowly in the night. This continued till daybreak. Nothing else happened. When Adol woke up, he sat up in the bed, lost in thought. Klein didn't say anything, but he was swapped in places with Kaslana and her assistant and slowly walked to the guest's room to catch up on his sleep. He was asleep when he heard Rogo Coleman exhaled, and a pleasant surprise. "Oh my boy, you're fine now. Holy Lord of Storms, all donate 300 pounds to the church. You are telling me that they won't kill you. It's all a misunderstanding. 300 pounds, how extravagant." Klein rolled over and wrapped his arms around the soft, warm quilt while mumbling. Then he went back to sleep. At noon, when Klein went downstairs to have a meal, Kaslana sat across from him and asked with a slight frown, "What happened last night?" "Nothing," Klein answered simply, and then he left. Does Adol waking up and going to the washroom count? Next to him, Stuart slowed down his actions and nodded in agreement. She glanced at their faces, then she retracted her gaze and replied in a low voice, "No." The corner of Klein's mouth curled up as he skillfully cut his steak. I wish I can cut my steak like him. All right, let's pause. Update. Wait, before I pause, I think it's really cool that he has all these new abilities, and I really want to see how this is going to be like when he starts fighting now. I think when he fights, he is going to excel as a Beyonder. And then when he becomes a Faceless, he's going to have all those abilities. And then maybe he can even do like his paper clones. And then they can look like him, or like they can look like different people. Like maybe at one point he's gonna like unalive someone, but like looking as a different character. Oh man, it's gonna be so good. This could be so good. Truly the Lord of Mysteries. Okay, now we can pause and update our stuff. All right, okay, now I can pause and update myself. I have to get that out, man. It's so cool. It's so badass that he has all these fucking abilities, man. And then he has like he has clairvoyance, but now he also has like auto divination where he can just like visibly see scenes to come. It's so cool, bro. He can like vaguely see future events. He has all these like, oh my, he is so badass. He is everything I want to be. I wish I can be as cool as that guy, dude. Okay, let's update, and then wait, and then I'll read your guys' messages. Sorry, I didn't read your messages. I see you guys adding me. My bad. Okay, let's update this. 2 minutes while I drink some water and read your messages, and then check Discord quickly. I lost my water. Thanks. Have fun, everyone. Oh, you're heading out, Ranny? May the Fool bless you with good luck, Ranny. Holy Moretti, you're fine. Easy, update the chapter. Did we update it? Yeah, we updated it. Hey, Easy, at this point, just call them the Numinous EpiPen, and we all understand. Okay. I'll just say the Numinous. I'm gonna just say the Numinous because I can't pronounce the second word. Is that cool? Until I hear like a Google Translate, I'm gonna just go the Numinous. All right. Magician is more about creativity and variety rather than raw power. And I feel like that alone is gonna make him super broken, dude. Oh, dude, thank you for subscribing. Thank you so much. Thank you. You can see your very first corruption post in Discord general chat if you want to laugh. How do you think the story would have changed if Klein joined the Secret Order instead of Nighthawks? I think he would have gone down the wrong path, bro. Wait. Let me check it out. What did you want me to check? Easy Geeky, this is what Cammy wants to show you. Don't go to the Reddit. What the fuck was that? I can't take him seriously if I keep fucking thinking about that. No fucking way. That is so fucking goofy when you put it that way, dude. Holy shit. That is so fucking goofy when you put it that way. Look, my man has clown makeup on. No, stop. I'm not thinking about. I'm not watching that again. I'm not gonna watch it again. That is so fucking goofy. But like in a good way. Lore accurate Klein, yeah. The thing that makes Klein more dangerous than the average Beyonder is that he is already very smart. Dude, he's super fucking smart. And his pathway needs a lot of strategy and creativity. Steer is perfect for him. Don't steal my message. You guys both said the same thing? That's funny. Alright, let's continue. What if he joined the Nighthawks first, then at the harbor fight made a deal with a suited clown and joined the Secret Order but was a double agent? Bro, that sounds like a what if chapter. If they make what if chapters, I hope that happens. Wait, one sec. Sorry, I thought I heard. Klein might start screeching like an eagle if he uses air bullets enough. Somebody told me the other day, somebody told me yesterday that there were spin-off chapters. I really hope those spin-off chapters are like what if chapters, like in ReZero, with like the different sins. Because I think it'd be really cool is like there's a what if chapter if you join the Secret Order, or there's a what if chapter if you join the Numinous. I think that'd be really cool. I think that'd be a cool little like what if chapter. Bro, legit, anyone from now would be considered a genius like 100 to 150 years ago. Yeah, probably. Yeah, I believe you. I agree with you. All right, next chapter. All right, chapter 302 is called A Clue. The detective who had been on leave returned to the grim garden street shortly after Klein and the others had finished their lunch. This also meant that his assistant was over. That his assignment was over. Due to the visible improvements in the Dole situation, Rogo Cullum was quite generous in the settlement of his pay and paid an additional 50%. Oh, never mind. I thought like an additional 50 pounds. He paid an additional 50% above the 10 pounds which they had agreed upon. As expected of a jewelry businessman to be generous, however, compared to the other people in the West Borough and Emperor's Borough, he isn't considered that rich. Grim Garden Street is close to the suburbs and it's not that far from the cemetery. I can reach it in 10 minutes if I run at full speed. Miss Bodyguard, no, Miss Sharon. It's highly likely of being a Sequence 5 Beyonder. Really? She charges 1,000 pounds for 3 days. Oh, wait, Miss Sharon is Miss Bodyguard, right? Oh, I thought he was talking about the female bodyguard with him. Okay, no, Miss Sharon is Miss Bodyguard. It's highly likely of being a Sequence 5 Beyonder. She charges 1,000 pounds for 3 days, while I, as a Sequence 7 Beyonder, am only worth 15 pounds a day. There's still a big difference. Of course, if I were to take on such missions every day, my income would be over 5,400 pounds a year, putting me at the top of the middle class. Even top manager of Backland banks make 5,000 pounds a year. Heh. This is just pure fantasy. For most detectives, business comes sporadically, And the amount of beyonder ingredients I need to advance to a sequence is definitely more than 3,000 pounds. Just thinking about it makes my heart hurt. For a normal people, this is a huge sum of money, enough to sustain a good life. The good news is that even if I grasp the acting method, digesting the sequence 7 potion will take me somewhere between 6 months to 3 years. That's a long time. Even if I can quickly conclude the rules of a magician, I'll only be able to push forward the lowest threshold by 1 or 2 months. I still have plenty of time to save up and search for clues for all those ingredients. Wait, Miss Justice still owes me my Odor 5,000 pounds. However, her financial situation isn't in good shape recently. He's just trying to swindle her for more money. It will be difficult for her to come up with a large sum of cash in the next few months. Klein took 3 5-pound notes and left Westboro with thoughts running through his mind. After returning to Mink Street, he quickly burned the used paper figurine and made another 2 more. In the evening, he took the steam metro to Beckland Bridge District, and according to the numbers provided in the newspaper, he knocked on the door of the house where the gathering would take place. Similar to the past few times, he put on his iron mask that covered only the upper half of his face, wore a hood-black robe, and followed the attendant into the activity room, where only 1 candle burned quietly. At first glance, Klein noticed that the number of Beyonders present in this gathering was less than half of what it used to be. I came at the exact time, are the others late? This time Klein didn't change his gait and picked a corner before sitting down slowly. After a few minutes, the old eye wisdom cleared his throat and said, "Let's begin the gathering, the others shouldn't be coming." After saying that, he gave a brief explanation. As the serial killer has yet to be found, the Nighthawks mandated punishment in the machinery hive mind, as well as a large number of MI9 Beyonders are out doing large-scale investigations and searches. Under such a situation, it's very normal and understandable for those friends to be unwilling to go out and participate in the gatherings. Oh, because they're not sided with... Well, it's assumed they aren't sided with a faction. I mean, yes or no, right? Frankly, I'm surprised by the number of people that showed up today. Sure enough, a circle of Beyonders isn't isolated. They will also be affected by the current affairs. Klein looked around and saw that the fat apocryphy wasn't absent. His heart immediately relaxed. The apocryphy nudged the metal mask on his face, calling out without much hope, seeking to purchase the Spirit of Elves Merrill crystals. Price is negotiable. I have it, Klein said without hesitation. He was worried that someone else might have found this Beyonder ingredient, thereby causing the price of his stock goods to fall. Although Beyonder ingredients were rare, and it was rare for items to reappear in independent circles, one could never be too careful. Seeking to purchase the Spirit Eyes Merrill crystals, the apocryphy didn't seem to hear the response. He was halfway through the sentence when it suddenly struck him. He turned his head and looked at Klein and blurted, "You do?" Yes, Klein found his fiery gaze a little too overwhelming. As he did, he rolled up his black robe and took out an iron cigarette case. Klein opened the cigarette case, revealing the faded egg-shaped spring of the Elves Merrill. If you're worried, you can let old Mr. Eye of Wisdom appraise it, Klein added in a low voice. This wasn't really necessarily because it was obvious if something was a Beyonder ingredient or not. It was also quickly identified if something was contaminated or not. However, if one was lacking in mysticism knowledge, a Beyonder ingredient could very easily be mixed up in similar looking ingredients. When that happened, one needed appraisal. The apocryphy looked like he was looking at a beautiful lady he had been yearning for all this time. He looked at the Beyonder ingredients in Klein's hand, mesmerized. After a few seconds, he shook his head and said, "No, there's no need. That's it. That's it." Klein curved the corners of his lips into a smile and named his price, 300 pounds, and clues to the apocryphy formula. Clues to the apocryphy formula, it's you. The apocryphy was stunned for a moment before he finally understood who that man was. It was the guy who made him bring the sedative for nothing. Soon after, his heart pained, his regret similarly reaching its limits as he sighed emotionally. You really are a lucky guy. Why didn't I choose that road of fortune? I'm the king of yellow and black who wields good luck after all, Klein lampooned himself. The apocryphy sighed and changed his posture. That's too expensive, 200 pounds and a clue to the formula. The clue to the formula is only a bonus because I cannot confirm his veracity. Therefore, 300 pounds, not a penny less. I believe it's needed elsewhere. Klein smiled. The price is actually very fair. If I were anyone else, they might have offered 400 or even 500 pounds, and you might have even accepted that price. I'm not that foolish. I can still wait. The apocryphy grumbled before saying, the clue can be verified by old mystery eye of wisdom. It must be something that exhibits objectively, something that has detailed information before I'm able to appraise it. Just a clue isn't among these conditions, Eye of Wisdom said. Divination, on the other hand, can roughly determine whether the clue is effective as long as it doesn't involve powers 2 or 3 sequences above myself, Klein suddenly said to himself. However, he wouldn't reveal his expertise in divination at a Beyonder gathering. All right, then 300 pounds plus your clue. You lucked out. The Apocryphy took a deep breath and pulled out a thick wad of cash. He then counted the corresponding amounts and then asked the attendant to bring him a pen and paper before he started writing. After he was done writing the clue, he crumpled the paper into the ball and handed it along with the cash and some items to the attendant. Klein was suddenly stunned when he saw the attendant walk over. I lost my place. I lied. I didn't lose my place. In addition to the cash and clue, there were also 4 glass tubes filled with what seemed to be pure liquids. What are these? Klein asked, perplexed. Have you forgotten your sedative? The sedative I specifically concocted. It's 10 solely, a bottle 2 pounds for 4, so the cash there is 298 pounds. Answer the Apocryphy. If you're worried about my sedative, you can have it appraised. I really forgot. I did all of that to gain Miss Sharon's trust, and now that she's not here, well, it's fine. Maybe a sedative will be able to handle some unexpected situations. Klein stopped talking, took out the Spring of Elves Merrill crystals, took the items, counted the cash in front of everyone, and determined the authenticity was faint candlelight. A total of 298 pounds, that's right. Seeing that his wallet could no longer hold any more cash, Klein could only roll up his bills and slipped them into his pockets. After putting away the sedative, he unfolded the note and glanced at the clue. On the other side of the bridge, on Rose Street at the Harvard Church, find Bishop Utravsky. As long as you help him complete the mission, you'll be able to get the Apocryphy formula. Harvest Church is one of the few cathedrals of the churches of Mother Earth in the kingdom. This church also grabs 2 Beyonder pathways, Planter and Apocryphy. I don't remember Planter. Was that revealed? I think I am locked in. White chat so dead? It's because I'm locked in, man. I'm locked in. My bad. As the gathering continued, I lost my place. Oh no. Harvest. No, wait. Planter and Apocryphy. The clues match well. Klein thought as he refolded the note. As the gathering continued, it was unknown whether the female Beyonder with the artisan backing her wasn't present or if she just didn't have any new Beyonder weapons to sell. There were no signs of her, leaving Klein disappointed. Not that he had 509 pounds in Hound. He wanted to equip himself nicely. After many he's gonna get a new weapon? After many transactions were aborted, a man sitting on a stool said in a low voice, a friend of mine was unfortunately discovered in the investigation. He's imprisoned in particular Lord of Storms Cathedral by the mandated punishers. I wish you'll hire a few helpers to rescue him. Eye of Wisdom immediately replied, stray dog, give up that thought. A cathedral's mandated punishers and sealed artifacts are enough to destroy all of us here. Your friend's fate has already been decided. Don't let yourself be trapped in the same situation. Stray dog looked around and realized that no one was responding to the request. He couldn't help but thump his thigh, growling, but what did he do wrong? He's an excellent physician. He saved a lot of patients and has never hurt anyone. Just because he consumed a potion and became a Beyonder, he's to be imprisoned in a place where the sun never shines. He'll even become an experimental subject for mandated punishers. Why? Why? Stray Dog's agonized question echoed in the room. Even the Apocryphy, who couldn't keep his mouth shut, remained silent. Sigh. Klein, a former official Beyonder, could only sigh deeply in his heart. Without the spread of the acting method, wild Beyonders are ticking time bombs. But if the acting method is popularized, then the situation would become even more chaotic and bloodier. After all, these are the laws of Beyonder characteristics, indescribability, and conservation. In this heavily atmosphere, the gathering came to an end. Klein, who had gotten nothing else, spoke again. Who has revolvers and bullets that come augmented with different Beyonder effects? For example, purification, demon hunting, etc. He didn't specifically fix the caliber of the bullets because he didn't have a gun yet. He could simply wait until he bought the bullets before matching the corresponding gun. In the midst of silence, a female Beyonder sitting in the same corner replied in a low voice, I can help you ask and I'll give you the answer in the next gathering. It seems to be the lady with the artisan backing her. Klein sighed, alright. After the gathering ended, he didn't return to Mink Street directly. Instead, he went to East Borough and changed his clothes, headed to the border between North Borough and Hillston Borough. It was where the suspected member of the Numinous Kapusky Reed lived. Ah, I didn't know that's how you pronounce it. Numinous. Let's pause, update, and continue. Let's do this. Timestamp. 36. 58. Well, let me drink some water. Closer to the right pronunciation. Let me see. Wait. Rookie. Why is the chapter called Rookie? What? Okay, who is it? We're on Discord talking. Easy is locked in nicely. He's yes, Klein is now somewhat richish. I joined the Discord chat for a sec, but simply being there lower the stream volume too much. Oh, really? I guess that happens, right? Can't do without headphones. Yeah, I feel like you need headphones for that kind of stuff. Even when I use headphones, I don't really... I have headsets, man. I have, like, these giant Sony headphones. But I guess when I'm reading, I don't really use them. I'd rather just have earbuds on. Like, I feel like I'm drowning, man, if I have those on for so long, right? Or I feel like I'm suffocating, man. I feel like, I don't know. Can I do... Oh, guys, I have bad news, man. I ran out of Celsius water. It's like 200 milligrams of caffeine. I ran out. I gotta go buy more over the weekend. Father Utravasky, this absolute Chad, love him. Writing is fine, though. Wait, how do you pronounce it? Uthrovosky. I've been playing Revolution Idol with the stream in the background. Oh, that's cool, dude. Play Monster Hunter. If you guys don't have Monster Hunter Wilds, you should play Monster Hunter Wilds. Oh, don't buy it if you don't have semi-current hardware, because it's gonna be chugging a little bit. You're gonna have to be playing on medium or even lower settings. That or just buy it on console. All right, let's continue. Wait. I lied. Let's not continue. I have not updated the title. 303. Now we can continue. All right. Now we continue after updating it. Northborough, Aluka Street. Kapusky Reed was sitting in a reclining chair in his activity room, lost in thought. In front of him was a fireplace burning with charcoal. As a senior educator at a public school, he received a salary of more than £4 a week, which was enough for a bachelor like him to live quite well. But the clothes he wore at home were patched up, and the teacups on the table looked extremely simple. Without taking off his wig, the most striking thing about Kapusky was the high cheekbones and puffed up chest, a deformity in which the sternum protruded outwards. On his knee was a book of poems in ancient Vedic, but he hadn't flipped a single page even after some time had passed. Kapusky's eyes were unfocused as he stared blankly when he suddenly heard a light chuckle in his ear. I'm very curious as to why you didn't run and chose to remain at home. Aren't you afraid of the police coming to you? The voice was low and hoarse, like a boy whose voice was cracking during puberty. Kapusky shuddered and almost jumped out of his reclining chair. He abruptly turned his head to look and saw that there was a figure sitting on the sofa a few steps away from him. The figure wore summer wear, a linen shirt, and light trousers. I'm sorry. Wait, I was thinking of something. Complete random tangent. I'll bring that up later, maybe. The figure wore summer wear, a linen shirt, and lined trousers. Its face was hazy and indistinct. I'm sorry. Who are you? What are you doing here? Kapusky asked immediately as if he gripped the armrest. I'm so dumb, dude. I'm laughing at such a random moment, dude. Oh, man. That is so funny. Oh, man. Klein, who had used his hallucination powers, leaned back, crossed his hands, and leisurely said, just last night hit. It should be earlier this morning. Hold up. Give me a minute. Oh, man, dude. Oh, shit. Oh, man. I was thinking of all these streams where I see streamers fall asleep, where they fall asleep mid-stream, and I'm over here thinking like, shit, man, what if I fall asleep? What if I fall asleep midstream? Because I'm sleepy, dude. I'm still like a little bit jet lagged. And because I'm yawning, I'm like, shit, man, what if I just fucking fall asleep and I just start snoring in front of all of you guys? Holy shit, man, that'd be funny. Oh, that's not gonna happen, but we're good. Klein, who had used his hallucination powers, leaned back, crossed his hands, and leisurely said, just last night hit. It should be earlier this morning. I saved all of you. Saved us. Kapusky relaxed a little when he realized that the intruder didn't seem to mean any harm. Ellie won't let you stream. Average streamer fear. I know, dude. Man falls asleep while reading Peak. What a sin. I know. Well, technically, this is a slow chapter so far, and I technically am a little bit jet lagged. But that'd be so funny, dude. Saved us. Kapusky relaxed a little when he realized that the intruder didn't seem to mean any harm. You're the person in the forest. You took care of the corpse we awakened. As he spoke, he moved away. He moved awkwardly, showing obvious fury. He was able to infiltrate without me realizing it while I was awake. I definitely wouldn't be able to resist. Such thoughts quickly flashed through Kapulski's mind. You guys are quite lucky I happened to pass by. Otherwise, there would only be one corpse left strewn on the ground in the forest. Corpses that would have been bitten to shreds. Klein laughed. Answer my previous question. I'm very curious why you stayed at home. Do you know what crimes you've committed? From the way he had conducted the resurrection ritual and the reaction he had before and after the ritual, Klein confirmed that Kapusky was a rookie who didn't have the means to hide his true emotions. Therefore, he intended to only use spirit vision and interrogation to get to the bottom of this matter. At most, he would verify it with divination at the end. I know secretly buying corpses and robbing corpses from tombs. These are all crimes that can land me in jail for more than 10 years. Moreover, I'll definitely be punished by the church. Kapusky, who didn't look 30, drew a breath and said with a wry smile, however, long as I didn't cause too much trouble, those children and their parents wouldn't snitch on me because they also did the same thing. Even if they wanted to get a lighter sentence by helping investigation by turning themselves in, they would still end up in jail for some time. Heck, Kapulski gave a self-deprecating laugh. Some of the children have already told their parents who I am. They've gotten gangsters to warn me to resign within a week and stay away from school. I agreed. Klein gently nodded his head. It's a good thing to change environments. Of course, don't do similar things again. Bewitching ignorant children to commit crimes is a heinous act. I won't never... Oh, I thought you said I won't never do it again. I won't never again. I never imagined that it would be that dangerous. I just saw that they had the same interests as I did, which was why I wanted to teach them and lead them to search for the secrets of immortality. As for digging graves, many doctors did it a long time ago. Kapulski sighed with some lingering fear. The color of his emotions matched his current state of mind. From the sound of it, he doesn't seem to be a member of the Numinous. Klein thought for a moment, then he bluntly asked, where did you learn spirit dance from? Spirit dance? I usually call it the dance of death. Kapusky was taken aback at first before he came to realization. An old gentleman taught it to me. An old gentleman? Klein pressed. I don't think we know a random old man that would know this, right? An old gentleman, he pressed. Kapulski's mind turned adrift as he recalled his memories. He was a vagabond. He fainted in front of my house because of a serious illness. We've met a vagabond before. Wait. I remember the old man. The old homeless guy that said he was a vagabond. And then he said in like his younger days, he was like a very important, like, strong dude. Right? You guys are having a good convo? You guys got to fill me in, man. What am I missing out? At that time, I didn't know that he was ill. I thought he had simply fallen unconscious, so I helped him home. I gave him a heated towel and applied some ointment for him. After he woke up, he told me not to send him to the hospital clinic. Yeah, death was not the end. I experienced the deaths of my parents and several relatives and was very interested in such things. So I chatted with him and found that he had profound knowledge and admirable philosophy in this area. He seemed to be very satisfied with the curiosity and even performed a miracle of killing a mosquito and waking it up. This introduction, I have read at least 10 novels with similar openings in my previous life. They were all novels about bringing an old man who was at the brink of death home out of kindness, only to have his fortunate encounter. Klein's mouth twitched. So you left him at home? Kapusky nodded solemnly and said, yes, if it wasn't for the lack of time, I would have even wanted him to become his student. During those few days, he taught me a lot of knowledge about the dance of death. Unfortunately, this period of time was too brief. As soon as I built my mountain, he died, leaving behind only a copper whistle. It was a zig. As soon as I built momentum, he died, leaving behind... Oh, wait. Why is there another copper whistle? Oh. What? The plot does thicken. So now there's 2 copper whistles out in the wild that are related to death in some way. Kapusky took out an exquisite copper whistle that didn't seem old. This is it. I have one too. It's probably at the ancestor grade though. Klein lampooned and he thoughtfully asked, how long ago was it? What did he look like? Where did you bury it? Half a year ago. His most obvious feature was his graying hair and red spots on the side of his face. He told me to bury him in the garden out back. Kapusky did a calculation of his dates. Ooh, I'm so sorry. It's not Mr. Zig, but the chances are that he's a member of the Numinous and not someone of a low sequence. Klein changed the subject and asked, apart from the spirit dance, he also learned the resurrection ritual. I've only learned half of that ritual. I used some scattered knowledge and the folklore to slowly improve it bit by bit. Kapusky answered very honestly. Improved it based on folklore. Oh, that poor black cat. Many of the goddesses, may the goddess bless you. Klein resisted the urge to draw a crimson moon on his chest. What else? He pressed. Yes, and this copper whistle, I think it's the key to communicating with the world beyond our senses. Kapusky raised it and blew at it, signing, every time I finish bowing it, I can feel the surroundings turn cold. It's as if someone is watching me and tugging at me. While he was speaking, Klein, who had his spirit vision activated, saw water patterns rippled out from the ground. A cold air spread out alongside it, and the fire and light dimmed a little. Next, a skull with 3 protruding, unfocused eyes emerged from the ground around the skull. There were many black jointed tentacles. A tentacle reached out, touching Kapusky's legs and tugged at his clothes from time to time, appearing rather impatient. However, Kapusky didn't respond at all, as though he had noticed. Is this a messenger? The copper whistle is used to summon their corresponding messengers. What's the meaning of you summoning it without giving it a letter? Klein was stunned seeing the scene. Wait, what? Whoa, wait. I need to reread this. While he was speaking, Klein, who had his spirit vision activated, saw water and pan. I need to be honest, I zoned out for like 10 seconds. So I need to reread this. Hold up. I've only learned half of that ritual. I used some scattered knowledge and folklore to slowly improve it bit by bit. Kapusky answered very honestly. Improved it based on folklore. Oh, that poor black cat. May the goddess bless you. Clyde resisted the urge to draw a crimson blue on his chest. What else? He pressed. Yes, and this copper whistle, I think it's a key to communicating with the world beyond our senses. Kapusky raised it and blew at its size. Every time I finish blowing it, I can feel the surroundings turn cold. It's as if someone is watching me and tugging at me. While he was speaking, Klein, who had his spirit vision activated, saw the water patter ripples out from the ground. A cold air spread out along it, and the fire and light dimmed a little. Next, a skull with 3 protruding, unfocused eyes emerged from the ground around the skull. There were many black, jointed tentacles. Tentacles are brought up again? Talking through the yawn? I know, I'm so sorry, dude. I apologize for that. I ran out of energy drinks, man. I usually have one before I go live. Do you know if that Zeg... Yeah, he tunes in. Well, yeah, since we haven't been reading that much manhwa, he hasn't been tuning in. Yeah, I know. He normally doesn't tune in for the... Probably got his name a bit wrong. Don't... No, yeah, you got it right. Yeah. No, he hasn't been tuning in recently. At least I think he tuned in a handful of times whenever we were reading, and I know he chatted a few times. Next, a skull with 3 protruding, unfocused eyes emerged from the ground around the skull. There were many black jointed tentacles. A tentacle reached out, touching Kapusky's legs, and tugged at his clothes from time to time, appearing rather impatient. However, Kapusky didn't respond to it at all, as though he hadn't noticed. Is this a messenger? The copper whistle is used to summon their corresponding messengers. What's the meaning of you summoning it without giving it a letter? Klein was stunned seeing the scene. At that moment, Kapusky looked at him excitedly. Did you feel it? The surroundings turned cold. The gas lamps have dimmed too. I'm not lying. Someone is watching me and tugging at me. The horrific-looking messenger tried to touch Kapusky over and over again, but in the end, it didn't receive a letter and went back underground in resignation. The corners of Klein's mouth switched slightly as he saw the scene. He whispered to himself in his heart, I take back what I said about him. He's not a rookie. He's an utter noob. He's not even a beyonder. I had thought that he was someone who had just stepped through the door of mysticism to learn the basics, but now it seems like he hasn't even found the location of the door. Corpse collectors of Death Sequence Pathway can also see ghosts and spirit bodies directly. Combined with how Kapusky had acted by using the copper whistle to command the zombie after the ritual, Klein was convinced that he wasn't lying. He sighed silently. Then he thought of a question. If I were to write a note and hand it to the messenger, where would it be delivered? A true member of the Numinous, some senior member. Suppressing this thought, Klein nodded and said, it has indeed turned cold. After replying, he quickly changed the topic. Have you felt anything unusual since the old gentleman's death? Not before, but in the last 2 weeks, I'd have the occasional feeling that someone around me is like a corpse. The kind that can be awoken. Kapusky asked, feeling both curious and afraid. Is it a hallucination? It's in line with what Adol said. He isn't lying. Klein slowly glanced at the colors of the Kapusi aura and sincerely told him, I suggest that you go to a cathedral at least 3 times a week for the next 2 months, attend mass and listen to its preachings. If you do not wish to do so, you can first prepare a grave for yourself. Alright, Kapuski answered, feeling disappointed. He thought that this was a manifestation of his improvement. Klein contemplated for a moment, said in a commanding tone, Take me to the old gentleman's corpse. Okay. Kapuski was about to refuse, but then he instantly recognized the reality of the situation he was in. He picked up his tools and led Klein out of the back door from the kitchen into the withering garden and stopped in front of a slanted tree. Klein stood by his side and watched Kapuski skillfully dig through the dirt, revealing the slate underneath. Having finished with the upper layer, Kapuski used his tools to pry open the slate. Oof. The slate was pressed again and the soul had been dug out just moments ago. The not-so-deep tomb was veiled in the crimson moon's luster that fatally penetrated through the clouds. Kapuski subconsciously looked over when he suddenly let out a miserable scream, retracted a few steps, and fell on the ground. There was no rotting corpse or bones in the tomb. The bottom layer was littered with white feathers dyed in yellow oil. Feathers? There was no rotting corpse or bones in the tomb. The bottom layer was littered with white feathers dyed in yellow oil. Update? Yeah, let's update. Yeah, let's update and let's read one more. Oh man, I need a yawn. Holy shit, dude. I am so fucking jet lagged. Oh man, I just need you guys to know. I slept 4 hours last night, man. I could not go to bed and I had to wake up, man. I fucking missed the gym and I was so mad at myself. Oh man. That's why I'm kind of out of it right now. Oof, man, I think once I'm done with this chapter, I might play for 30 minutes and I may or may not fall asleep. What kind of oil? It must have been good oil, man, if you were to like ascend from the ground. Okay. Update. 50 minutes. 56 seconds. Copy paste. And let me drink some water. Ugh. Bear with me for 2 seconds. The Roselle oil. Oh man, yeah, Cammy, I was wondering if you still watch now. Yeah, he tunes in sometimes. When Short's coming back, I'll be honest, I need... Where I work, the Wi-Fi is like half and half. It doesn't work all the time. Or it's so slow. And then... You don't want the Roselle oil? No, I don't even want to touch it. But it probably ain't that bad, man. The oil probably ain't that bad. Or maybe you do. I won't judge. Yeah, I haven't been able to. For the shorts, I was using an AI tool. But I think now it needs you to verify... that you're the original YouTube account, and then I think it's only 60 minutes, so it's like I'd only be able to turn one video before the timer expires, but I think I might be able to. I don't know, I have to look into it. I think it could still work. I don't know. I think I can still make it work. I think when I play Monster Hunter today, let me show you. Yeah. That's what we were gonna do this whole time, Mysteries. Gotta wake up. Gotta wake up. One more chapter. I think I can make it work. So I think what I'm going to do... Do you guys want me... Oh, hold up. Before I continue. Do you guys want me to continue making shorts from the second video? Or after the fight with Trissy? Because, like, from way back then in Volume 1. Like, I can either start and attempt to make shorts from like chapter 3 to 4 reaction, like our second video, because I remember I have a video from when I first read it, like, oh, we're starting. You can just make shorts on the major fights. Shorts fight. So yeah, I did those fights with Trissy. I remember doing those. I think I have those. Let me double check before we start. Shorts, just the important bits or hype ones. Okay, yeah, I can do that. Oh wait, don't get mad. I am using like an AI program, and it automatically, I guess it did good with the get someone from Discord to make the shorts for you, outsource your problems. We need more of your theory shorts. Dude, you know what's crazy? I don't even like know when I said all those theories. Somebody once told me like, no fucking way you just guessed that. And they never clarified what. But they said you literally just answered one of like the biggest mysteries in Lord of Mysteries. And I laughed when they said that. But they're like, I won't say what theory you mentioned, but you answered a really important theory. Theories? No. Peak theories? Dumb theories? No. Peak theories though. It's fine if he can help you. Look, man, I'll be honest. If you guys know a good bit from the stream, if you want to help me do a short, I saw that comment, don't worry, just have come over 100 hours of footage. Yeah, it's true, we do have to come over 100 hours of footage, but you guys can help me with that, right? No, I'm kidding. But no, you guys don't have to, man, if you don't got time for that. But if you find like 1 minute that's really interesting and like will make a really good short, if you want to like screen record that and put that bad boy on a 9:16 aspect ratio for a phone screen, hit me up in the generals or send me a DM on Discord. 1 viewer per video. You let me know, man. You let me know. If you do one, you can at me on Discord or DM me. I think that'd be funny. Yeah, it's either that or I'm gonna try and do the AI program. It's just I think you need to verify your account. And if I verify my account, I only get 60 minutes of footage. Not gonna lie, since I watch streams, I don't watch shorts, and I don't think that format works for LOTM, but it's up to you. We can just make a video and send it in the Discord for evaluation. Yeah, it's cool. Yeah, well, I mean, whatever you guys make. I think shorts can be up to 1 minute. It doesn't have to be a minute exactly. It can literally be like 20 to 40 seconds, but anything within a minute. Yeah. If you guys ever find like a 1 good minute snippet, let me know. Let me know at me. Or at any other frequent moderator or any other frequent chatter here, and they could also let me know in case I missed your guys' messages. Some theories might be lost to time because the VODs on YouTube were privated and only recent VODs on Twitch appear. Really? I do have some privated when I showed the chapters. Wait, let me check. I'm so sorry. I don't mean to make it feel like I'm stalling, but I do have some privated simply because I showed the chapter, and I'm trying to take like 0 risks for a strike because we've already dealt with 1 strike in the past. Yeah, for people that don't know, I got a strike back then because I would do manual reactions without even a filter. And luckily it automatically did the strike as one strike, but it claimed 4 videos. It could have easily claimed each video as a separate strike, and then the channel would have been deleted right then and there. Be over here totally ignoring my own channel. I need to hit the grind. Yeah, go for it, bro. Hell yeah, bro. Do it. It's fun, man. The theory's lost in time. They can be 3 minutes now. No fucking way can be 3 minutes. Shorts are a good way to get some random stranglers. I think you should look, sort by views. My biggest short was a Gura video at a Dodgers game. That got like over 100,000 views or something. I somehow became a professional Discord mod. Not somehow. You did it though, but not somehow. With sheer perseverance, man. God bless you, Romero. You're better than me, man. You're good at this, dude. I say I'm tech savvy, but when it comes to Discord, I'm like, how do I do that? I can build a computer, but I can't even, like, work out Discord settings. The GOAT Discord mod Romero, the one and only GOAT. Wait, not the one and only. There are several one and only GOATs. But yeah, he is a Discord GOAT. All right, let's read this last chapter. GOAT and Discord mod don't match. All right. Did you choose a sequence in Discord? And no, I haven't done that yet. No, I haven't done it yet. No, not yet. Wait, let's do this. Wait, let's quickly read this last chapter for now. And then I can take a quick bathroom break. We're good? Chapter 304 is called Feathers. Looking at the corpseless grave, Klein suddenly thought of a word. Angel. In the canon of... There are angels? Oh, yeah, that's not so far-fetched. If there's devils and demons, then there has to be angels. Look at the corpse's grave, Klein suddenly thought of a word, angel. In the canon of the 7 major churches, they were filled with legends of angels and saints. The former had one characteristic, a pair of pure white wings on its back, and as many as 2 to 3 or even 6 pair of pure white wings. However, in the blink of an eye, Klein remembers something else. Mr. Zick had once described his dream to him, one that seemed to indicate his different lives. One of the scenes was inside a dark mausoleum. There were many open ancient coffins beside him, and in the coffins there were corpses with white feathers growing from their backs. They became angels? Is this a special characteristic of the death pathway or a strange phenomenon caused by the numinous? Klein didn't say the word as he restrained his emotions and clingingly looked at the white feather stained with a yellowish oil at the bottom of the grave. His initial judgment was that the old gentleman wasn't an angel, as a terrifying sequence 2 or even a sequence 1 beyonders would certainly produce intense effects of their surroundings when they died. For example, the holy artifact, the ashes of a saint, which had been stored behind the Tigan City's Chana's Gate, would extend almost invisible thin, black and cold lines so as that people... Wait. It would extend almost invisible thin, black and cold lines so as to seal the people and things around it. Of course, it's also possible that he didn't actually die. He's like Mr. Zick. Klein... There's multiple people like him, maybe? Klein bent down and picked up the 3 white feathers with his black-gloved right hand. He planned to do some divination above the gray fog when he returned home. At that moment, Kapusky came to his senses, scrambling to Klein's side and looked at the grave with a hint of fear. Where's the body? Klein looked at him and said in a low voice, maybe he left by himself. He left by himself, Kapusky repeated in horror, now fully aware of how terrible it was for the dead to awaken. His legs trembled as he muttered to himself, but I didn't use the resurrection ritual on him. Klein turned around and looked at him for a few seconds. Death is not the end. Death is not the end. Death is not the end. Kapusky was quite frightened by how his own beliefs as he blurted out, will he come back? Well, the copper whistle had summoned a messenger which probably corresponds to the old gentleman. In other words, by giving the messenger a letter, it is equivalent to sending a letter to the old gentleman, a man who has been dead for almost half a year. I wonder where he went and what kind of state he's in. In response to Kapusky's question, Klein gave him an indifferent reminder. Don't blow that copper whistle again. You mean the copper whistle would draw him back? Kapusky asked in horror. Before Klein could reply, he asked again, can you help me throw this copper whistle into the Tussock River? If you can't, I'll do it myself. Weren't you interested in the philosophy of death? Klein, he's like, I'm over it, bro. This got too real. Klein lampooned as he reached out of the Kapusky's copper whistle. He was planning on sending the dead man a letter when the conditions were right to see what would happen. Of course, the prerequisite for all of this was that he was certain that there wasn't too much danger involved. After instructing Kapusky's to fill up the grave again, Klein had a brief exchange with him about the spirit dance and the corresponding mysticism knowledge. Enriching his own knowledge, he also asked Kapusky in detail about how he had laid the old man gentleman's body facing down in accordance with his last words. Under certain special circumstances, using spirit dance to replace the part of the cumbersome setup for the ritualistic magic would be more effective and simple. Seeing that he had achieved his goal, Klein warned Kapusky to stop dabbling with the so-called resurrection rituals. Then he left the street through the garden and took a long detour via carriage to Eastborough. After changing back into the previous clothes, he returned to Mink Street and entered his bedroom. After a series of acting, he carried the 3 white feathers and Kapusky's copper whistle above the gray fog. Seated in the fool's high-backed chair, Klein conjured pen and paper. He wrote a divination statement that had long thought of its origins. Then he held the 3 white feathers and leaned back into the chair. As he chanted silently, Klein entered the dreamland. It was a blurry grayish white and all around him. In this world, there was rich darkness without any light. Suddenly the darkness was dyed with a crimson shade. A thin pale head reached out of his yellowish brown slowly. A figure slowly got up. He didn't lift the stone slab, but he pierced through the soil directly. Under the crimson red moonlight, the clothes of the figure's back were tattered and the white feathers grew out one after another. The white-haired man tilted his head, revealing the red spots on his face as well as the black emotionless eyes. It began to walk, struggling through the surrounding fence, heading deeper and deeper into the darkness until it disappeared far away. The dream shattered and Clang woke up. White feathers sprouted from the back of the corpse. Its state resembled Miss Sharon, but it clearly different as well. It gave off a very heavy and corporeal feeling. It seemed to be phasing between a human body and the spirit's body in a semi-natural and incomplete transformation. So, it's like Miss Sharon, but it's not exactly like Miss Sharon. An envoy that's connected to the real world and the spirit world. Klein tapped the edge of the long table and thought for quite a while. Then he divined whether there would be any danger in using the copper whistle he received from Kapuski at the very moment and received a positive answer. Furthermore, the spirit pendulum moved with great amplitude and high frequency. It's a pity that I can't directly use the copper whistle above the gray fog. The messenger wouldn't be able to enter at all, otherwise there wouldn't be any danger. After muttering to himself, Klein descended through the gray fog and returned to the real world. Early morning in the relatively refreshing woods in Emperor's Borough, the Apocryphy with a round face was in his 30s, appearing in a secluded corner of the stores and herbs that had secretly planted into a leather bag that he had carried around with him. After completing the mission for the day, he straightened his back and began stretching his body. He mumbled to himself in great satisfaction, "Sure enough, my physical constitution has improved. I'm no longer like what I was before, where I was relatively resistant to poisonous elements. However, why is my Sequence 8 Beast Tamer? I'm sorry, was Beast Tamer actually revealed? Why is my Sequence 8 Beast Tamer? Shit, our theory actually died. Hold up. Fuck. Shit. No. It's not a seer pathway push. You son of a bitch. Beast Tamer is like such a perfect bullshit. Cuttlefish, he copped out. Beast Tamer should have been seer, damn it. It should have been on the seer pathway, man. Shit. No, I'm kidding. He didn't cop out. It was the Beast Crackpot theory. For the clip, explain your previous theory. Dude, I thought Beast Tamer was gonna be like Sequence 0 or like Sequence 1 of the seer pathway. Because you know how everything was connected to a carnival? I'm like, what else is there at carnival? There are Beast Tamers. And there were so many times where I believed he was gonna be using like a familiar towards the end. Like now that, like, you know how I don't even know if I said this, but like, you know how like he like physically manifested the tentacles when he kind of went semi-mad? I thought maybe one day he can like actually manifest like an octopus tentacle, and then like as a beast tamer he can like physically command it. That would have been so cool, but it's not. It's okay. We'll see what happens. Don't worry, beast tamer is mid anyways. Seer on top, but well, there goes that theory. That theory burned under the bridge. Beast Tamer was not part of the seer pathway. Shit. Well, that's only one wrong theory. We've cooked with previous theories. Wait, man. They just randomly revealed that. However, why is my Sequence 8 Beast Tamer? Who the hell is even speaking now? The Apocryphy with a round face who was in his theories appeared to be in an excluded corner and stored the herbs that he had secretly planted in a leather bag. Oh, it's the Apocryphy. After completing the mission for the day, he straightened his back and began to stretch his body. He mumbled to himself in great satisfaction, "Sure enough, my physical constitution has improved. I'm no longer like I was before, where I was relatively resistant to poisonous elements. However, why is my Sequence 8 Beast Tamer? What does this have to do with Apocryphy?" So, Sequence 0, LOL. Praise the Beast Tamer. Damn. I really thought the Beast Tamer we saw at the beginning of the series was like a Sequence 1 seer, and the whole carnival was part of like this secret Seer organization. I know there's a seer, or I know there's a secret organization that's made up of only seers, but I thought this was like the secret carnival seer organization, and the beast tamer was at the top when she was like, well, I may not be a seer, but I'm pretty good at divinations. All right, that theory did not come full circle, but it's okay. It's only one wrong theory. Well, in apocryphy tames and uses plants and parts of animals that have lost their lives, while a beast tamer tames and uses living animals. Does this include beyonder creatures? Then will my Sequence 7 be able to tame and use humans? Whoa, that sounds scary. The old geezer didn't even tell me the name of Sequence 7, nor did he give me the formula. When I stabilize, I'll have to try contacting him. The apocryphy began punching and kicking to get used to his strengthening body. He only stopped when he utterly exhausted. Whoosh. While panting, he began to consider a serious problem. How should a beast tamer act? Beast tamer, how should it be done? Looking for animals and tame them. As the apocryphy who mumbled to himself, he suddenly sensed something and looked down towards the artificial lake. There was a huge golden retriever. No, he's not gonna be able to. Is it Susie? There's no, he's like, I can't even tame a damn dog. There was a huge golden retriever running happily. The large golden retriever seemed to notice his gaze as it suddenly turned its head to look at him. As their gazes met in midair, the large golden retriever froze for a moment, then it nimbly turned away and ran away, disappearing without a trace. In the Hall family luxurious villa, Susie... Oh, wait, no, this might be bad. Oh, this might either be really funny or really dangerous for Susie and Audrey. In the Hall's family luxurious villa, Susie returned to a piano room and sat beside Audrey's feet, her tongue hanging out. She panted heavily. It waited until the blonde girl finished playing a song before it said in fear, Audrey, I met a scary guy. His eyes were scary. Is that so? What did he want to do to you? Audrey asked, curious and concerned. Susie thought for a moment and said, I don't know either. In short, he's very dangerous. This was just my intuition. What does he look like? Audrey considered letting the guards and attendants warn that man. I didn't see him clearly. I feel like that he is my natural enemy. Sissy replied in all seriousness. Your natural enemy, a dog-type nemesis? Audrey gave a reserved smile. Sissy, don't go into the woods for now. Wolf, Audrey, were you in a bad mood? I could tell you from your piano music, Sissy asked. I wish I can talk to Ellie like man. I wish I knew what my dog was saying, man. This is so cool, dude. That like Sissy can speak. Audrey nodded gently and said, yeah, I just received word from Glaint that Force and Shio wanted to inform me that this evening's gathering has been cancelled. I was originally planning to exchange some beyond ingredients for you, and also attempt to come into contact with people from the psychology alchemist, she added silently in her heart. Why? Susie asked, puzzled. Audrey thought for a moment before replying. It's said to be a result of the serial murders. On Saturday morning, Buckland's era was as bad as usual. Clang was trying to make a noodle dish which he loved to eat as a child. Klein was trying to make a noodle dish which he loved to eat as a child. For this, he bought high-quality flour, added flour and sugar, and mixed it to form a pot of thin paste. Then he poured oil into the pot and moistened the surface. After the oil heated up, he scooped up some of the flour paste with his soup spoon and poured it into the side of the pot, spreading it thin. Amidst the sizzling sounds, he spread out several flat pieces of bread, and fragrance of flour gradually emanated. When he was almost done, he removed the soft, flat pieces of bread, one by one, and put them on the plate. Then he added water and turned the remaining materials into batter. As soon as he returned to the dining room floor with the flat bread and paste, Klein impatiently tore off a piece and stuffed it into his mouth. The flat piece of bread only had a rich fragrance of wheat and a sweet paste when that weathered his appetite. It was simple and plain, but it was exceptionally delicious. It's the taste from my memories. Klein quickly ate, occasionally drinking a mouthful of paste. As he was almost done eating, it started out to slow down. The doorbell suddenly rang. A new commission. Klein took off his napkin, wiped his hand, and got up to go to the bathroom. Before he touched the handle, the image of a visitor appeared in his mind. It was a middle-aged gentleman with white sideburns, a thin face, and an outstanding temperament. It was a private detective, Isengard. Oh, he's back! Isengard Stanton, who could give the investigation who could get an invitation from the police. Why is it here? Klein opened the door in puzzlement and asked with a smile, "Good morning, Mr. Stanton. Is there something?" Isengard took off his top hat and smiled. "Good morning, Mr. Moriarty. I wish to work with you. I believe you're an excellent detective. After all, you previously managed to lead your investigations all the way to East Balham Dock and the Dock Union all by yourself. Cooperate." Klein didn't hide. So we're going to have an assistant? Cooperate. Klein didn't hide his surprise. Isengard tapped his black cane and replied in a deep voice. To find the serial killer behind the recent chain of serial murders, the police has already offered a reward of £2,000. He has to take it. No shot. He is going to be on the case for Jack the Ripper, bro. There is no shot. Listen to Romero, bro is tired of getting ignored. No, I'm sorry. No, I wasn't ignoring you. I'm sorry. I actually locked in. I'm so sorry. Say no more. Say no more. What do you say? It was stated that sequence 2 and sequence 1 were called angels. It was stated that sequence 2 and sequence 1 were called angels. So they technically can't be a beast. Wait. So it was stated that sequence 2 and sequence 1 were called angels. So the old man had to either be sequence 2 or 1. So like we know you reach godhood when you hit sequence 0. Like the journey from what, like you become a god at 0, right? So if you're a high sequence beyonder at 2 to 1, you become an angel and you gain entry to the current god's pathway, right? So like any Nighthawk that dies at sequence 2 or 1, when they die, they turn into an angel and then they presumably join Mommy Evernight, right? And then that's how she makes her followers, right? Or like maybe she has like her own like armada of angels. Not die. Or like just like, oh, I thought sequence 2 and 1 meant they're like demigods. No? Bro is cooking? Bro, was I cooking or was I not cooking? That Beast Tamer theory may have not fallen through, but we are always cooking other theories. Beast Tamer is a sequence 0 of the Beast Tamer pathway. This is truly was our Lord of Beast Tamers, peak fiction. Amazing moment. Amazing moment if I say so myself. Okay. I'm sorry if I wasn't, I'm sorry. By the way, I'm sorry I wasn't reading your guys' messages that much today. I realized I kind of just locked in and started reading. And also because I was kind of sleepy and jet lagged, I tried to make sure I was finishing the chapter as quickly as I could, or as proficiently as I could. Sequence 4 to sequence 1 are called whole-ass demigods. Okay, see, I remember demigods. Beyonders until sequence 4, 5, demigod is secure for sequence 4. But sequence 2 and 1 are especially called... Oh, so 4 to 3 is demigods. 2 to 1 are angels. Wait, sequence 4 to 1 are demigods. But 4 to 3 are called saints, while 2 and 1 are angels. Okay. Okay, thank you, Light. Sequence 3 or 4, they're also called saints. Okay. So, from 4 to 1, you are just considered a demigod. But to be more specific, 3 and 4 are saints, and 2 to 1 are angels. And then 0 is God. Okay. Alright, that is cool. That is cool. 4 to 3 are called saints just by churches, no? I think that makes more sense. Like, at least within the 7 Orthodox... I assume those that like resign outside of the Orthodox probably don't call them angels or saints. They probably call them someone else, right? 4 demigods, 3 saints, 2 angels, and 1 god. No, it's by everyone. Oh, so everybody calls them that? Okay. I like it. Wait, here, let me quick pause. I think that might be the last chapter for today. Just since I am jet lagged. I'm gonna probably play like 30 minutes of Monster Hunter. I'll probably do that off stream. But let me do this. Let me do my timestamp. 1 hour, 8 minutes, 18 seconds. And then overall. And then I may or may not stream tomorrow. Well, I mean, first, I won't stream at the usual time because the first thing I need to do when I get back is give Ellie a bath. I need to give her a wash, and she usually doesn't like it when I give her a shower. You sure? I don't remember that. Damn, I'll have to reread the series again, man. Time to start at chapter 1. I mean, at the normal time where I've been doing my streams, where I've been scheduling it, if I don't stream, I'll make an announcement. Church is called saints, but 4 to 3 are high sequences. Oh yeah, I remember, like, they are high sequences from 4 and up. I studied that religiously. All right, like they need to make it like a class, man, at college, bro. Like I need this at a college level, bro. Like I need this to be its own like its own category. Just like how we have math and science, we need like a Lord of Mysteries section. Is easy sequence 0? We've always been sequence 0. We're sequence 0 when it comes to cooking theories. Because I'm telling you, I don't know what crackpot theory I said, but apparently I called something big. I don't know what I called, but whenever it gets revealed, I'm gonna be like, I remember saying that like a year ago. The Staller pathway sequence 0, the Badoon, the Lord of Badoons. The sequence 0 Staller. Easy is sequence 1, mods are sequence 1. You mean 0. All right, but we'll leave it there. Yeah, we'll leave it there for now. I like it. We're just going to read 5 chapters. We're going to have a short and sweet video, a little over an hour long in the recording. Update the chapter for the next stream? You're right. Let me update this so it's ready for the next stream. By the time this video is up, it might be tomorrow. So by the time you're watching the video, there may or may not be a scheduled stream for today/tomorrow. But there will be one for today, but there will be one for tomorrow. Yeah. So we might not stream Thursday. Wait, what day are we on? But we will stream Friday. No, we won't stream Friday. So we should stream tomorrow. I think tomorrow might be another 5 chapters. I'm sorry, this is a really bad outro. But if you like what you're seeing, you want to see more, make sure you like, comment, sub. And I will see y'all next time. Now, also choose the pathway now on Discord. Bet. Easy, choose the pathway live. How about I choose the pathway live, but not for the video? So if people are watching the VOD, they'll be like, maybe I should tune into the live streams and see all the parts that don't make it into the VOD. See you guys. All right. Peace. And have a beautiful, loving day. All right, guys. Later. All right, let's choose our pathway. We updated it, right? Let me take a look. Look, man, I'm not even going to sugarcoat it. I really like... Wait. So what is it that you guys have? Let me see. How do I check them again? Wait, hold up. Before I head out, do you go to roles? Oh, it's under roles, right? So, I mean, we don't have the ones that we haven't seen, right? Like, we only have the ones that have been revealed. Right? The movie lover. I choose Virtual Fisher. Conquered LTM, Conquered COI, the Fish Gambler. That's okay. Wait, so there's been so many revealed. You saw them all? Yeah, here, let me go through them all. Wait, let me do this one more time. We have Guard, Dino, Sapphire. That does not sound like a pathway. Hold up. The Music Man. Wait, hold up. We got, yeah, the Music Man. Yeah, that's Cammy. We got Seer, Marauder, Apprentice, Spectator, Bard, Sailor, Reader, Seeker and Supplicant, Sleepless, Corpse Collector, Warrior, Assassin, Hunter, Mystery Prior, Savant, Planter, Apocryphy, Criminal, Prisoner, Monster, Lawyer, Arbiter, Civilian. Wait, Arbiter? Wait, no, we're missing one. We're missing oh my god, how am I forgetting the name? Ah, don't tell me. No, it's sequence 5. Don't tell me. Shepherd. I like Shepherd. I like Shepherd. Like, as of right now, here are the, you can just at roles. Easy Geeky, here are the roles. I didn't even know you can do that. I didn't even know you can do that. Oh, Shepherd is Secret Supplicant? Oh, I get you. Okay, oh, wait a minute. Hold up. If we're doing it by path, my bad. We're doing it by pathways, right? Not which potion. Okay, I get you. If we're doing it by that way, bro, I gotta be Seer. I'm sorry. I gotta be Seer. If we're gonna be doing it like that, I gotta be Seer. Seer is so fucking badass already. I gotta choose Seer. click on the emoji, I added them all. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I thought I had to go into like role settings and then like manually add it. Respectable, reasonable development, one would say. Because you know what? Sear, the taste of Sear ain't that bad. It ain't that bad. I like Sear. I gotta go Sear. Now, don't copy me, by the way. There can only be one Sear. No, fucking kidding. Okay, get roles to show if you read LOTM and COI. Chad. I am a COI enthusiast. No, I'm kidding. Nah, click the reaction of the pathway you want. Okay. I didn't know that's how we do it. Okay, that's cool. Dun, dun, dun. Alright, that's cool. Oh, I see it. Romero sharing screen. Wait, hold up. Let me see. Am I talking? I am talking.
Yes, you
What?
are.
Is there an echo?
It surprised me.
Echo! Echo!
Yeah.
We
Okay,
hear
I'll
you.
stop. Okay, my bad. I'll stop.
We hear you.
That's cool, dude. What's up, guys? Alright, I'll choose here.
So
Holy shit, I sound annoying. Hold up, I gotta mute
we
myself.
hear you.
Oh, my echo. That's such a bad echo. Holy shit. I
Yeah,
How
gotta,
the fuck am I gonna get back?
I gotta do that where I'm
How the
under
fuck am I gonna get my house?
That's cool, dude. Oh, wait. Wait, did I mute myself? Alright, that's sick. I gotta turn in for a movie stream, man. That sounds badass, dude. Okay, you guys hear me? Okay, it was weird because the last time I joined, it wasn't letting me. Yo, that's sick. Okay, so now I know it works. I already know his answer. The moment money is mentioned. Shit, I accidentally read a comment. There's one on Saturday. I'll join the Saturday one. Okay, I can join the Saturday one. I don't think I'm doing anything Saturday. Miss Easy Geeky is kind of busy, so I think I might have some free time. And I was gonna kind of rest and just play Monster Hunter since I haven't been able to play that much. Good evening. Yeah, good evening. All right. I think I'm gonna end it there. I think I'm gonna end stream now because it's almost been 2 hours. I need to comb out all of Ellie's hair, Ellie's knots. You know what? No, let me not end stream. This is up to you if you guys want to hang out. I've been meaning to watch the Death Stranding 2 trailer. It's only like 10 minutes long, and I kind of need to comb Ellie's hair because she still has a lot of knots. So I'll do that live. Look at the movie channel, see when the movie is. Oh yeah, let me check. Let me go back on Discord. Sorry, I have Discord sometimes on Do Not Disturb. At least when I'm live. That way you don't hear the tin 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 the whole time when we're reading. Just because I know the notifications go off. Where's movie? Movie night Fridays? Wait, is this time? Is this the time showing from my time? Or is this your guys' time? Oh, you guys are watching Scary Movie? Dude, I'm hyped for Scary Movie 6. Bet, I'll join in. Auto adjust time? Oh, hell yeah. I can watch it then. Yeah, I'll tune in. I should be awake then at that time. Yeah, auto adjust the time? Okay, yeah, for sure. It's in the morning then for me. Okay. You can vote to watch which one we will watch. You can vote to which one we will watch. No, it's cool. Whatever you guys want to watch. I'll try that. Pedestrian, SpongeBob SquarePants, Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship. Man, I rewatched Lord of the Rings all the time. I've never heard of this one though. Niza. We watched 3 already? Bet. Alright, I'll turn in then. Whatever you guys pick, I'll tune in then. I should be waking up. Wait, no. I can tune in. I can tune in. Maybe not the... I'll probably join like an hour late. But I'll tune in. It's either... No, I can go to the gym after. I'll go to the gym after movie night. Or after movie morning, at least for me. Last movie night was peak with Shiva's recommendation. We also do Gartic phone game Discord. What's that? Wait, here, I'll be right back. Let me... I'm gonna watch the Death Stranding trailer. But I'm gonna be combing Ellie's hair. I was gonna do this off stream. But here, I'll be right back so we can talk about the movie stuff. Hold up. Okay, I did have the comb here. Okay. I was like, where the fuck is Ellie's comb? Okay. All right. Before I end stream, let me watch this. Bro missed the face cutting movie? Ew. You know what was a really... I forgot what movie I watched where he actually wears her face. He got locked out of his house. What did he do? He got locked out? Oh, here, let me watch this. I'm so fucking excited for... Oh, Ellie's sleepy. Ellie, are you sleepy, Ellie? You're lazy butt. Dude, I'm so excited. Hold up. Oh my god. Oh my god. Look at him holding Louis. Oh, this is sick. I don't know if you guys have played Death Stranding 2, man. This game is so good. Like when it hits, this game is so good, man. Like when you get like sucked into the world, oh, such a good game. Did y'all get hit by that storm the other day? I haven't had like a really big storm. I got hit with a little bit of snow and rain when we were in Japan, but that was pretty much it. Switch to PC? No, not PC. To React. I think React would be better. Get me a storm. What one would say a Lord of Storm? Okay. Tired of the sun? I don't want to see the sun anymore. Alright, I've been meaning to watch this. Yeah, I've been meaning to watch this. I was a little late. Apparently, all these trailers came out when I was in Japan. All I know is people said this is basically Metal Gear, but not Metal Gear. And I played the first Death Stranding. And I see both sides. I've heard people say they love this game.
An unrepentant criminal. Guilty.
Is this PS5 or PS Pro? In-game cinematics captured on PS5, mix of gameplay and in-game cinematics. Is the gameplay PS5 or is it PS5 Pro?
Of illegally entering our country on multiple occasions.
The only thing that I'm guilty of is doing your dirty work.
And by way of compensation, we have overlooked your crimes.
Bring it on, because I'm not doing this shit anymore.
What makes you think you have a choice?
Okay. Developed by Kojima.
Like
They canceled the range?
brain dead. Pregnant women.
No one would possibly allow that.
Oh, this is the origins of how they made BBs. Oh, wait. This is before the first Void out.
They make me bring them over from Mexico.
Oh! Wait. This is before the Void out.
This
is how it
thing
started.
between us,
Oh, you're heading out, Cammy? Thank you for tuning in, dude.
it was a mistake.
Dude.
No, it was not a mistake. It was not a mistake.
Dude, this is so good. This is so good. Oh, that's new. Look at Louis. Oh my god. Oh, dude. Look at Discord. Bet. I'll take a look. Wait, let me just wait until this finishes. I think it's almost over. This is on a PS5. 11 months after the birth of the UCA. Servers lined the beach. Oh, so it's been almost a year since they got everything up and running. A plate gate connected to the continents? A new ship rides the tar currents. So there's a new faction, okay? Man, the first game is just like, you either love it or you hate it. When I first played the game, oh my god, is that... Louis is so much older now. Oh. Hi, Ellie. Can I just comb your hair in peace? Damn. When I first played this game, I was like 40 hours in, and then I dropped it when FF7 came out, and then when I went back, I couldn't beat it any. Like I couldn't play it anymore. It's like I wasn't into it. I didn't get to like the crazy story reveals, and then I replayed it last year and finally beat it. Bro, it's like one of the best games ever. It is such a crazy story. Like once you get all the crazy Kojima twists, man, it is such a good game. Matt Mikkelsen's character was I think hands down my favorite character in the whole game. And then I guess the other one would be Deadman. That was a really good character too. And then Sam, of course. Oh, it's that one dude. I know that actor. That's cool.
I couldn't protect Lou.
How did her skin regenerate? Have you played Metal Gear Solid 5? Dude, I love that game. I played Phantom. I played it when it came out, dude. What? How did her thing regress? The whole point was that she was wearing a mask when she ran through the rain. Yeah, I played it. I've played Metal Gear Solid 5. It is such a... I've actually never played 1. You see, my Metal Gear journey has been very weird. The first one I officially beat was 5. I used to play the Metal Gear Solid... I used to play the Snake Eater demo on the PS2 like every day as a child, not knowing how to play. Oh, she left Lou!
I could only take my equipment with me. And I couldn't possibly think of Lou like that. There was no way for the two of us to escape together. The best I could hope for was to jump Lou out. Just Lou.
Wait, so this whole point trying to save Lou? Why does he look like Bone Dread from Made in Abyss? Ugh. Ellie, are you upset? Oh, so the hands are back. Why are you upset? Dude, this trailer. Oh, he's back. Yep, that's new. Hi, Ellie. So there's more combat in the trailer, I'll tell you that much. What? Oh, Kojima's definitely showing action in this game. That looks so beautiful. That looks so good. Wait, he doesn't even have his backpack on. He's sliding into cover and he looks quicker. There is no way you're faster when you take off your backpack. I forgot you can even do that. Wait, but you're not supposed to kill him, bro. Unless they're like the blood bullets or stun bullets. We've given mental support to Red Devil as he is stuck outside his apartment. You know what you can do right now, man? Walk. Just go for a walk. Just like in Death Stranding. Sam, fragile. Tartman is... I can't believe he's Tartman. Ellie, hi. Why are you upset? Don't be upset. Hang out with me. We pray and hope you get back into your house, Red Devil. We pray and hope you get back into your house. Combate, I believe in you. Man, dude, this looks amazing. This looks amazing. It's like, the game just looks good. Let me put it a little bit louder. I need to put it louder on my own. Oh, did you guys see that Lord of Mysteries reference? You saw the tentacles? I would, yeah, give me model recommendation. I'll take it. Extensive eggs. Oh, he's growing up.
I've been alone this whole time.
You're wrong.
Since we're Sam and Fragile Thing.
Death can't tear us apart. We'll always be connected.
That sounds like a big
We will
spoiler.
always be with you, no matter what. You will never ever be.
You know, I respect that. He actually got over it. I forget he gets over his phobia of touch.
With the lady in red. The perfect ending connection with the lady. This time, I'll make a lasting connection with the lady in red.
The lady in red. Is he talking about what was her name? Oh, it's been a while.
For the sake of the future, we must all come together as a barrier to the bad and a gateway to the good. Brace for lunch.
Just a touch, just a little bit of Lovecraft. Yeah, bro, recommend that. That's a good recommendation. You know, if I'm recommending a game, you should play Death Stranding. Death Stranding is a really good game. It's like it kind of feels like an art piece in a way, right? It feels very like art housey. I feel it kind of feels like an A24 game, you know? I feel like that's a good way to describe Death Stranding. And it's kind of fitting that it's getting a A24 movie. Does it fly? We should have not connected. So connect when the USC connected. So he's back, okay. So I assume this is the new Mads Mikkelsen character, right? Metal Gear. It's Metal Gear, dude.
Divided, made whole.
Is he supposed to be the Metal Gear character? Is that Snake?
Encouragement.
Is that Snake or is that not
The
Snake?
UCA's precursor, the United States of America, had a prominent gun culture. A
Yeah, Ellie,
distinctly
we hate him too.
American philosophy,
Or we like him.
and one which would appear to have spread to this continent. The more we seek to unite the people with metaphorical ropes.
Oh, did they also have a
more
BB right there?
sticks
Oh my god, it comes
seem
out
to
in
be
June? Hey, calm down. Calm down. He has a VR headset? Are they promoting the PSVR too? Edited by Hideo Kojima. Nice.
DHB Magellan. Integrate.
Did he just put that on his head?
Everyone, hold on tight.
What is this? What?
Everyone, hold on tight. Everyone, hold on tight.
Oh, look at all the BTs in the background. Wait, this is literally Metal Gear. It's more like Evangelion, where it's like it's a biomech. It's a biomechanical suit. You're gonna head out, bro. You think this is confusing? Play Death Stranding, bro. You can see all the BTs right here in the background. I didn't even catch that. Oh, it has a gold head. Oh, I know who it is. It's okay. All right. The one and only that came back from the dead. Oh, look at Lou. I said look, but he didn't come out. Dude, that is so close. That's in freaking 3 months. Ellie, do you want to go on the walk? It looks like you want to go on the walk. Okay, we'll go on the walk. Oh, that is gonna be such a good game. Now, I don't think I need to buy a PS5 Pro. I think I'm good. Hi, Ellie. You guys want to say hi to Ellie before we end stream? Red Devil finally got in his house. There you go. Congrats. Ellie, you just wanted tummy rubs. Hey, don't bite me. You just wanted tummy rubs. All right, Ellie, say bye. Say bye to chat. I think I'm about to end stream now. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you, Ellie. All right, I'm ready. I'm excited for Death Stranding 2. I should be done with another game to play live. Yeah. I mean, I kind of want to play Monster Hunter live. Don't recommend more games to me. How's Nikkei, man? Because I know Death Stranding is going to be a good game. If you guys have PlayStation Plus, I implore you to play Death Stranding. It is such a good game. Like when it hits, the game hits. Like you either love it or hate it. It's kind of hard to be like in the middle, right? But it's good. All right. Peace. Have a beautiful day. You forgot about me? No, what did I forget? Wait, what did I forget? Username? Hi. Wait. I didn't even see what was the recommendation. Not similar though. Wait. Was going to be mad that you recommended something other than LTM, but it's a good recommendation. Academy's Undercover. That's what Nathan recommended, right? Academy's Undercover Professor. It's back after 1 and 2 years from season 3. Now LTM #1 priority. Wouldn't. That's good. Would say similar to LOTM though. Was gonna be mad that you recommended, but not similar though. Some touches of Lovecraft. Don't make me a game addict, bro. You should play it. I already played Nikki because of you. Academy Undercover Professor. That's the recommendation. It's good to satisfy the lack of chapters of manga of LOTM at least. Red Devil finally got inside. Watching this, we know Con Big Boss. Yes, the semi-solid snake Kojima is one clever bastard. Since it has 111 chapters. Watching this with no context is an experience. Oh, you've never played the first game. Okay. Metal Gear, I am so confused. Yeah, it probably is confusing. Kojima writing is as comprehensive as a biblically accurate angel. And you know what's crazy? In the first Death Stranding, he's very vague for like 40 hours. And then all the crazy plot twists and lore reveals hit you like at Act 3. It's like Act 1, the game is like a really slow burn, but it does have its moments leading up. But once you get to Act 3, all the crazy revelations happen, and it's like, man. From Act 3, I was like, this is like one of the best games I've played on the PS5. The manhwa has some harem right now. Bye, Easy. Bye, Ellie. Good night. Hey, send a clip for that short. I dropped Death Stranding. We'll get back into it. It is pretty good. Look at Discord. Wait. What do we gotta look at? What's left on Discord? Wait, what am I missing? Before I end stream. Wait. Why'd I click on the spoiler? Easy master at ignoring. What's up with my face at the end? He's like, ah, I'm doing like the He-Man thing. Ah, that's funny. Ellie, what? Easier to click. Click this link. The magic of the internet. Wait, what's this? Open link for audio. Oh, hi. Fuck. Why is my sequence 8 beast? Fuck. Why is my sequence 8 beast? Fuck. Why is my sequence? You're so good at that. Not that one, but dude, that was so fucking funny. There's a new one. Oh wait. Why are you barking? Stop barking. Fuck. Ah. Why is my... Thank you for sitting down. This one and unmute. That was a good one. That was a good one, dude. Look at Discord. Okay. Alright, guys. I'm gonna end stream now then, okay? Oh, Ellie laid down. She's chilling now. Yeah, I need to end stream. Click the link. Click the link or the link to click. Yeah, so I'm probably gonna end stream. I need to comb her hair. I need to start packing all my stuff away. I gotta pack all my clothes away. Oh man, it's such a mess. I didn't think I'd be doing all this when I got back. But I'm gonna let you guys go, okay? If I do or don't stream tomorrow, I'll make the announcement at like the usual time. Like at least in the early days for me. Real one stay till the end? Yeah, God bless you guys. Thank you for staying till the end. Wait, there's a Silent Hill trailer. I'll save that for next time. I kind of want to watch that. Alright, professional curtsy. Alright guys, peace! Have a beautiful day. Later guys.